Hey everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. I am back at Park Square, this time with our At-Large City Councilor, Kathy Amuso. Kathy, thank you for taking the time to do this today.
Hello, I'm happy to be here, and it's a long time since we've seen each other. So
yes, since
again, a long time.
One of the campaigns, I forget which one. Oh, the DA.
DA.
Okay. So Kathy, you are running for re-election this year for City Council.
Yes.
And I guess we'll just get right into what are some of the big issues this year that you're hearing from your constituents.
You know, the issues this year are the same as always, quite honestly. It's infrastructure, the roads, sewer lines, things like that, education, public safety. So they don't change. Sometimes the topics change. This year is a little bit different because we have those core issues, and then the council and other people in city halls and organizations have spent a lot of time on social issues. And that's different than any other year that I've been in politics.
Yeah, I know it seems like North Street specifically has been at the forefront of a lot of conversations, and two of the mayor's proposals, one was the median safety, and then we're still dealing with the camping ban ordinance.
Yes. The first one we had was the sanctuary city, where we want to take control of our own city if ICE comes in. The next was, you're right, the median safety. And some people ask me, well, why didn't you vote for that? Because I do think we need to work with the panhandlers, and because when I see the panhandlers and people sleeping on North Street, it says to me they need our help. But I didn't vote for that because it was a safety petition, and the cities throughout Massachusetts that had a safety petition but they didn't have safety data, a lot of them were sued and the city lost. I didn't want the city to be sued. And then the next one is the camping ban, and I have been public about this since it first came before us. I am for it. I do want to make sure that we are kind and compassionate and we have empathy. And I think we have gone from a petition that may not have been like that, but has evolved to be that. And we sent it to the Board of Health. They're tweaking it. So there's a lot of good things going on, but again, the social issues have bubbled up to the top. Matt Wynn and I have a petition in the next meeting about downtown. We want to see some boots on the ground, and I think the Board of Health is doing some of that, but we didn't know what they were doing. So we want to include, do we need to include the sheriffs? Do we need to include the co-responders? How do we include the police? Because we think boots on the ground is important. I have a petition in about some portable housing, you know, maybe not a tent, but a little bit better than a tent, so you can get out of the cold weather if you need to. I don't know where that will go. I'll, forward that to Board of Health and other people, but I think that's important. Maybe we can have some just portable, not, we have the Zion Church that's going to have, I think, 9 beds. It'll have some community bathrooms. It'll have lockers. People can have an address, so they'll be able to apply for jobs because they have the address. West Housatonic should be opening by the end of the year, 28 units there. And
now that is permanent supportive, right?
Yes, and both the Zion Church and West Housatonic Street, it's transitioning for the homeless, So we do have a lot of good things going on in the city of Pittsfield, but it never ends. There's so many people that need our support right now.
Like, one of the things I did mention to Councilor Wren was Burlington, and I've been following their council meetings, and they continually have added more and more services, but the problem is more and more people keep coming in and they cannot keep up with it. So,
well, that's the trouble. I want to take care of the people of Pittsfield, but when you do have all these services, somebody from, other cities, towns, and some can be far away, they say, oh, if I go there, I can get this assistance there. Look what they're doing. And they come in, and we can't help everybody, but I want to help Pittsfield people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And on North Street, I know next year we're also going to be talking about a third and hopefully final change to the street itself. Do you have any insight on that yet?
I don't. I want to see. I know that there's been some drawings and things like that. I'd almost like to see a bike path on First Street, but we have some bike paths on North Street. I want to see what it is, and but today I went down North Street, and coming right up on the sidewalk was somebody with an e-bike. And I said, please go in the road on the other side of the street. So we have to be able to enforce that too, wherever it is. And sometimes it's hard to do.
That's something that, and I own an e-bike. I love it. For someone my age, it got me back on a bicycle.
Yep.
But one of the things that is a concern is they go fast. Mine does almost 30 miles an hour. It weighs 75 pounds. I weigh almost 190. You hit somebody with that, it's going to be a problem. And most of the bicycles I see on the sidewalk on North Street even are e-bikes.
Well, I think if you talk to emergency room physicians and medical people, they'll tell you don't get an e-bike, they're very dangerous. But here we are in a world that e-bikes are almost essential.
Yes. Well, cars are becoming almost unobtainable for a lot of people.
Right.
The average price of a car is pushing $50,000 now, which is almost what my first house was.
Yeah, mine was 55.
Yeah, so I know for a lot of people, the e-bike has become reliable, regular transportation.
Yeah, it's a good mode of transportation when you need to get from A to B. It is.
It reminds me a lot when I was a little kid and we saw the moped craze.
Oh yeah, yep. And my cousin had a very bad accident on a moped.
So you do have to be careful. There's no doubt when you're on a bicycle doing 28 miles an hour. And I think that's what they're supposed to be capped at. The other issue is people who know technology even just a little bit can hack into those computers and and they can get them going 40, 45 and...
So you have to be careful. If you own one, you have to be careful. And when you're driving in a car, you have to watch your surroundings every day, anywhere. So
I think that issue we'll see soon. The state will start discussing and probably some sort of registration or something,
Yep.
I would imagine.
And probably rightfully so.
I could see that. Now, outside of downtown, are there any big issues you're hearing from the rest of the city?
I consider myself like a fiscal watchdog. I always hear the taxes are too high. And I think they are. But I've been, my first petition was I wanted everybody to bring a responsible budget to the council. And they did. There's not a lot of frills. Just like our home budgets, about 86% are fixed costs. There's not a lot of wiggle room. You have health care that goes up 5% or more usually. The wages are around 5%, give or take. And then the taxes go up. Sometimes there's been a time the tax rate went down, but the valuation of the houses went up, so the taxes still went up. So you can say, well, the tax rate went down, but you're still paying more. It's very difficult to reduce your tax bill without getting rid of people, services, things.
Right. I don't ever think we're ever going to see that go down. The assessment values are scary.
Yes.
Because a lot of seniors, those assessments are going up and up. Taxes for them are going up based off of that, and their income is not.
That's right.
And then you look at the cost of food and fuel, and it is... Every time I go to the grocery store, I have a panic attack.
Yeah, you do. It really, the prices of everything is alarming. So in our own homes, we have decided here's the amount of money we have, how are we going to spend it, and that's what we have to do for the city. When you say that, everybody wants their road in pristine condition. And I think it's about $750,000 to pave 1 mile. So they have done a lot in the past few years, probably 6-7 years they've done a lot, but we have a lot of roads to keep up with.
Absolutely, and then of course the inclement weather here, it's a continual.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just hoping this October weather goes to November, December, January, February.
I hope you're right. Well, for people who do want to learn more about your campaign or how to get in touch with you, and I know a lot of people already have your info because you are a current councilor, but for people who do want to know more, reach out to you, how can they do that?
They can reach out to me, Facebook Messenger, Kathy Archey Amuso. They can give me a call on my cell, 822-6688. And all the councilors' information is on the Pittsfield City website.
So there is a city email for you and everything?
Yes, Amuso at cityofpittsfield.org.
Okay. Well, Kathy, I can't thank you enough for taking the time, because I know you're healing from a surgery.
I am.
But at least beautiful weather today.
It is beautiful weather, and it's been great to see you, and thank you for the interview.
Absolutely, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thanks.
All
Bye.
right.